right.
I'm still
Looks
here.
like
I'm
we're
just
live.
I'm making breakfast as well.
Once again, I apologize for the continental difference. But hey, you signed up to this. For which I am grateful, of course. Okay. Aha.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Spooky. Apparently.
Oh, of course. I forgot it was the Halloween episode. Nice.
Excuse me. Ah, dingbat, that's what I forgot to do. Never mind. Oh, shit, and there's the other thing I forgot to do. Oh well, pardon me. Contrary to what it may be telling you on Twitch, this is not Carry On Crown. This is Star Trek. Because I was a doofus and forgot to change the Twitch.
This is definitely Carry On.
This is Carry On something, but I think it's Carry On Star Trek more than anything else, but...
Ooh.
Crying Tonight? Which, if anyone gets that reference, I congratulate you. Okay, so we've got everybody.
Just logging in now.
Cool beans.
Hello, everybody.
Well, in that case, let's give the quick intro sequence, and then we'll be right back with you. Excuse us, folks. Hello folks, and welcome along to the Halloween episode of Star Trek Combs, unlike what Twitch is currently telling you. I'm MJ the GM, and I will be your games master for the next couple of hours, and with me are the crew of the Combs.
Hello.
Everyone ready for a spooky time, but before we get there, I would first like to do my usual plug of Chris's channel, The Utter Crisp. There it is there, for your enjoyment.
Hello. Business as usual for me myself at the moment. Working on Dragon Quest 3. Somewhat topical. There's a Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake coming out like tomorrow. But yeah, otherwise, business as usual. Please feel free to check out my retro reviews on the most recent one was Phoenix Wright. Before that, Yakuza 0. And yeah, just feel free to have a mosey on over.
Ha! Have a mosey. Sorry, anyway. Right then. Everybody in and on and able to see everything.
Yes.
As the spooky ambience no doubt informs you, this is our Halloween episode, so yes.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is what?
That cursed image on Phlesc.
That is no cursed image, I will have you know. That is his very manly beard.
Oh god. Did Dr. Sott?
Did you just now notice that Phlesc has a beard?
No.
Do not put the blame on me for that. No.
Sott's a trendsetter. What can we say? Phlesc needed to look more commanding now that he's first officer. There it is. Commanding. Nice big bushy beard. It's not that bushy, actually. It's actually quite well trimmed.
No, I would have been more impressed if it was a big, a big bushy beard.
Bushy beard.
Bushy beard.
And even if the Nobulans can't actually grow beards, he has now.
Science.
Exactly.
What did you do, Con?
Nothing. I mean, I wouldn't want Phlesc going around telling everybody that beard was the work of Gerkow. So, nothing. I did nothing.
Years of research.
Well, you had the year whilst of Sott having grown a beard to find the effects of awesome that exuded from him as a result. So yeah, it's now sound science. So, ba-bum. We can get some quick science out of the way, because it is not the main focus of our episode today, but I wouldn't want to take the ability for you to get on with your science projects out of the way, but as this is... Today's episode is going to be set more or less the day after the previous episode, so you wouldn't have had long to do much, so we'll go with what we've got. So, Gerkow was starting afresh with her pheromonal scanner. And you were looking to xenobiology now as the new avenue of investigation. Well, who's got xenobiology? That would be Nurse Uro, so if you want to lend Nurse Uro, that would probably be a good idea.
Can do.
So, this will be a reason and science check for Gerkow, reason and medicine for Nurse Uro if you want to take Uro, Chris.
Yeah, by all means.
Two
I'm
dice.
so sorry, what was the roll again? I was just getting... I had to...
Reason plus medicine with
Two
the
dice.
focus in xenobiology. 1 dice.
Cool. Oh,
Why is Clint Eastwood in the hallway? Well, that's actually Lieutenant Osborne.
Oh, no.
Uro!
Ooh.
Off to a flying start. And not bad from Gerkow either. 4 successes. Right, very good, very good. Off to a really good start. In fact, such a good start that the initial theoretical, or hypothetical, I should say, phase goes by really quickly. Looks like this might be the route. It's looking very promising. Signs are already pointing to this could be the way to build on what you've already been looking at. So yes, monkeying with others' biology was the way forward, perhaps, it seems. So all that remains now is to start to run tests and simulations. Cool, that was well done, right out of the gate. Who's next? It was training the Targ. So essentially our captain was trying to train her pet Targ to be, well, able to respond to commands, essentially. So this is going to be all down to presence and command, so whoever you want to assist with that has got similar presence and command, or something that can assist, is of course entirely up to you.
You know, let's give Counselor Sachs a go.
Let's give Councillor Sachs a try. Okay, Mark, could I get you to be Councillor Sachs, please?
I take no responsibility for
No, I know, nobody ever does. Presence and command, 1 dice from. Ooh, no success. Apparently, the Targ was feeling particularly petulant that day. But Sachs can at least use her empathy focus.
This is off to a great start.
It really is. The Targ is not doing any training today.
Yeah, apparently we woke it up from a nap.
Nothing of it.
Yeah, it's just laying on its bed, and there's Trasa and Councillor Sachs just going, come on, and it just looks up at you and just stares for like 10-15 seconds, and then just puts its head back down on its bed.
Assuming you got that much of a reaction out of it. Right then.
Yeah.
Finally, Tavish and the displacement-activated Spore Hub drive. You are currently looking at trying to create subspace field spinners, and the current next avenue of investigation is subspace fields, you have decided. So anybody who has got any kind of foci in subspace-related shenanigans can assist Tavish with this science experiment.
Just trying to have a look.
Subspace-related douchickery would usually be done by those either in science or engineering, but also can be come across with those who are in helm operations also.
Yeah, it is the only person I can find is Lieutenant Commander Lian Zhang.
Okay. So, let's loop back around and ask Connie to be Lian Zhang if we could.
Mm-hmm.
Zhang is going to be... what are we looking at? Probably subspace physics, actually, from Lian Zhang. As for Tavish, it's probably going to be... no, you don't, but you do have, what is it, experimental tech, so you can get around it that way.
Ooh. Nice.
Anybody else you want to bring in on this, or is that sufficient? So far, I'm not seeing any others in... although, Kenson has got warp field dynamics.
Would we be able to get away with Kenson?
Yeah, warp field dynamics. Same thing, essentially, as subspace fields.
Okay, I'll have Ensign Kenson.
In which case, can I get Chris to be Kenson?
Yep.
So what we're looking for is, we're obviously getting 2 dice from Tavish, Reason and Engineering. We're getting 1 dice from Lieutenant Commander Lian Zhang, which we will do Reason and Pon, actually. Or Science will do as well, because Lian Zhang's Science is not too bad either.
Ooh.
There we are. And her subspace physics focus from Zhang. Zhang's actually smarter than we thought.
Is it a reason?
Go on, sorry.
And science for
Kenson
as well?
Yeah.
Is it reason and science for Kenson as well?
Yeah, with warp field dynamics as the focus.
Cool.
Not bad.
Reason and engineering for me, or reason and science. I don't mind either.
Engineering will do for Tavish, because it's always engineering for Tavish. So we got 1, we got 2, 3, and we got 4. 5. Very good. That was a storm. Right.
Crikey, that was loud.
That was loud.
Ta-ta! Alright then. Right, you blast through that project using subspace fields as your hypothesis field of study, and with all the help you got, you blast through that from theoretical all the way to practical. And even though it was valuable research, it doesn't give you the end result you want yet. So you've so far done stellar phenomena and now subspace fields. The other fields of inquiry you put out were warp field theory and botany. So is there another one you want to look at?
Just those 2. I'm not too... let's go for botany.
Botany, okay. So next time we try this science project, we will be looking at botany as our field of study. Okay, cool, which makes sense, because the displacement activated spore hub drive is powered by mushrooms. So there we go. Okay, cool. So that's a lot of science done in a very short space of time. Cool. Liz, I have something for you to read. Now that we get to the episode proper.
question. How long has it been since the last episode?
About a day.
Okay, so it's
Pretty quick turnover.
Captain's log, stardate 50662.9. The comms has been dispatched to the Alfrini system to answer a distress call from the USS Lenoir, a science vessel studying the strange properties of the lurks nebula.
I give you the easiest things to say, don't I? Okay.
Yeah, some of those weren't that easy to pronounce.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's cool. Right then. The ship has arrived in the... what did we say it was? Just forgot my own notes. We have arrived in the Alsafi system. And so, we're going to quickly move ourselves to see what we see when we arrive. So the Combs pulls in just on the edge of the Klurox Nebula to find the USS Lenoir, or Lenoir, however you want to pronounce it. Currently, seemingly
Lenoir.
adrift. Lenoir will do. If you also know Poe, then Lenoir also strikes quite a nice ring. And so, we find ourselves with the Combs at the edge of the Klurox Nebula, and you can sight the Oberth-class USS Lenoir some ways ahead, just drifting on the edge of the nebula itself. So I'm going to switch us back to Deck 1. So, what would you like to do first?
Probably scan. That'd be a good thing.
Well,
She can scan for life forms.
which one would you like to do first? General scan or scan for life forms?
I think life forms would be the best.
Okay, groovy. I will take a control and medicine difficulty 2 check from whoever wants to use it. And this will, of course, anybody who has a focus in sensors or such like to do with biology or life science can also get in on the action.
I can do a roll. I've only got 9 control, but then 5 science. Well, Uro's got 10 control and 4 science.
So those two kind of balance themselves out a bit. So who do you fancy giving a go on this? You could activate Nurse Uro, of course.
I'll go for the main character syndrome. I'll roll as Sott, reason and sorry, control and science. It was control.
well.
Oh, no, control and medicine, wasn't it? Beg your pardon.
Control and medicine, yes, but for Sott, they're more or less the same thing. You have got maximum in both, so either way. Nice. 2 successes.
Cool.
Okie dokie. Bang on the money. Dr. Sott scans for life forms, and what he gets back from the scan of the USS Lenoir is confusing. There are intermittent life signs insofar as you do get the occasional register of a life sign, but just as soon as you detect the signs of life, they are gone the next moment.
Force field is at full strength.
So, what would you like to do now?
Was that relay that information to the captain? I'm not sure if I know Connie just lost her audio a second there. I'm not sure if she can speak at the moment. She suggested hailing.
Hailing?
Connie might have some
Okay,
technical
cool.
difficulties at the moment.
Alright,
But
fine.
yeah, she suggested hailing.
Connie, if you don't want to give me 10 quid, say something now. Cool, money for
Hello,
me.
hello,
Ah, dang it!
hello.
I almost
now or
had
forever
money
hold your
for a
peace.
second there.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't you technically getting some money from...
Shush, 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 shush. I almost had it. Never mind. Okay, cool. Yes, if someone suggests comms, then cool. That's a good idea. So patching through, what you get, your comm officer reports back is a mess of static, but there does appear to be some signal
Stabilizing.
getting through. Experiment compromised. Containment breach. No escape. And you just seem to get that playing on repeat.
System stable.
Can we get our comms officer to try and clean up the message? See if we get any more detail?
Cool. Very well.
With help from God Focus?
Oh, you want to actually bring Lieutenant Ravelon online? Okay. If that's what you wish to do, then sure.
Yeah, because we need to get a clearer picture.
Okay. In which case, yeah, if you either want Ensign Ravelon to assist Gerkow, because I heard God Focus used, or do you
maybe,
want Ravelon to take the main?
Have Ravelon take the main and Gerkow assist.
Okay.
Maybe Phlesc can also assist with the parent figure.
We're not going to
That's
get
a
it
good-
wrong, are we?
I mean, momentum at least.
Yeah, okay, I can assist for a die.
Okay, let's have Phlesc and Gerkow then. So let's see. Trying to get more information out of what you've got. Control and science will be fine from Gerkow. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'll allow the God Focus for now. It's not like you haven't come across interference before. Phlesc, how is Phlesc helping this? Is he getting more actively involved in the thing, or is he just directing?
Just directing.
Okay, so we're going to go with more with presence and science for you, I think.
Presence and science.
With,
One dice.
Let me see. Let's go warp field dynamics as your focus for this.
Oh, okay. Pew.
Right then, so that's no successes from Phlesc. So his direction.
Oh, because I was rolling a security instead of science.
Ah, whoops-a-daisy. Yes, let's not do that. Let's actually roll science, not security.
My bad.
Looks like you might be leading it, or is Ravelon leading it? Pardon me.
Ravelon's
Ravelon.
leading.
Ravelon's leading. Liz, I'll get you to be Ravelon in a moment. Then after we see how these
That's
guys do.
better.
Okay, one success from Phlesc. So, Liz, from Ravelon, we are looking for control and science, with his focus in subspace communications. Oh, much better. 3 successes, 4 overall,
And this
2
is why
in the
he's
bank.
our comm officer.
Yes. Ravelon works diligently at the at his station to try and clear up as much as he can. But he reports back, unable to clear up the signal, Captain. There's a degree of interference, the likes of which I haven't come across before. Appears to be emanating mostly from the nebula, it seems. It's a form of electromagnetic interference, but not of a configuration we've come across before. It's making getting any dependable communications coming out of the USS Lenoir difficult. I won't be able to clean up the signal, I'm afraid, Captain. But it does definitely suggest a signal was transmitted from the Lenoir, which suggests that at some point their comms were working. Very well.
Understandable. Any other suggestions on how to get a bigger picture of what's happening over there before we personally investigate?
Anyone like to venture an idea?
Scans, probes.
Scans, probes? Well,
Modified
you've already
probes?
technically done scans.
True. Modified probes. I don't think that's really worth doing.
Mm,
Anything could be worth a try.
Stabilizing.
I loaf suggest Councillor Sachs, but perhaps
Sorry.
she could use her
Councillor Sachs.
telepathic abilities.
She does have telepathy, yes. And she was given the focused telepathic location, so Dr. Sott has confirmed there might be life signs, just that they're intermittent. So, working with the knowledge you have so far, you could try Councillor Sachs. If you wish. Or anything else you can come up with, if anybody would like to venture an idea.
No, but if all goes tits up, Councillor Sachs does have a Legion of Honor, so at least there's that.
Sure enough. Okay. Seems we're having Councillor Sachs, so Dave, you haven't rolled in a bit. Let's have you being Councillor Sachs, please. She is going to try Insight and Command, or Insight and Medicine, more likely, actually, with her telepathic location focus. Okay, one success. Good. So Councillor Sachs sits quietly in her chair for a moment and starts to reach out with her telepathic abilities. And you can see she's putting a good deal of effort into it as she goes very, very quiet. And there you can see some of the muscles and the sides of her skull are tense. And she says, with her eyes still looking nowhere in particular, I can sense life signs, but it's like they're somewhere distant, echoing. I can feel... And then she takes a deep breath in and her eyes go wide. I can feel fear, like they're being chased, like animal panic, and they're trapped, they can't get away. And there's something else, there's a presence there with them that's predatory, hungry, and she takes a big old breath in and then seems to just go blank, quiet. Before she suddenly snaps out of it. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there. It's like I could hear them and then they were gone. I can't make head or tail of it. But something happened over there. Something bad.
All phases complete.
And I think there's something there with them. What would you like to do?
Captain, shall we make our way?
Yeah. Just
It's too dangerous. Don't worry. End of episode.
Shortest Halloween episode ever. They actually did the sensible thing when you're in a horror film, and they just nope out. Screw this. It could be somebody else's problem.
Yeah. Send a transmission to the USS Enterprise and have Picard take a look at this.
Nah, send the Doka back.
The Tokabat.
Let them wipe the problem off the map.
Oh,
You know
dear.
what? Yeah, let's have them come in and deal with this.
That would certainly de-spookify the entire thing, but hey. They just turn up and
I
go,
don't know,
nope,
you
and destroy the Lenoir, yeah.
You're one scared Starfleet officer, at least.
So what's the decision then, folks?
I would be most happy
We gotta pop over, right?
if someone flipped a coin on it, heads or tails, put it all down to chance which ship goes. I would be happiest with that.
Same, honestly, that'd be funny.
I would hasten to point out a certain Starfleet directive that means that anyone who asks for help should be helped.
Oh, we're going to help. We've just not decided who we're sending to help.
Ah,
Yeah.
so what? The
if there's
captain and
something
first
scary
officer
down
are
there-
doing rock, paper, scissors to see who goes over.
See, Trasa's like Starfleet versus something scary, or a bunch of Klingons versus something scary.
Something
Yeah.
scarier.
Sure, I get
Like-
it.
Starfleet versus something scary, or scary Klingons versus something scary.
Yeah. So does Trasa roll a D2 to just flip heads or tail? Wait, no one's dissented. Everyone's had a giggle.
No,
Did
no one
anyone-
is dissenting, I'm noting. So
Okay.
it's just, everyone seems to be fully on board with, you know what, we could probably handle this better if we switch to being our Klingon characters.
Oh, not making the decision yet. Flipping a coin, and then we're stuck with whatever ship it lands on.
What does everybody
So
else think
one-
of this?
So the
I
one
think-
comes.
I
to-
think we should just go in there. This isn't very Starfleet to delegate a Klingon crew to do our jobs for us.
Connie?
I think it's crazy talk. Has the space air gotten to you, Commander, Captain?
That's a good point. Now that they're both in the chairs of authority, are they trying to make it look as if there's no blemish on their record if they turn around and run?
I'm thinking of the
Touche.
I'm thinking of the safety of my crew.
Well, okay, there's that. Dave, your opinion.
I grew, Chris.
All right. So it
Sense
seems there's
prevails.
3 for going over and helping, 2 for pussying out and going home. So
Let's go save him.
let's go save Starfleet. Okay. This, of course, now broaches the subject of whom it will be going over. But, of course, that also has to broach the subject of how is going over. Look at that, Dr. Sott bravely steps forward. I ain't scared of no ghost. You're sending the tactical officer. Okay.
In case we need to carry.
The doctor. Activating the tactical officer, which is not that bad an idea, because if you do want her to, obviously get better as a supporting character, then using her is the way forwards. So, yeah. Fine, fair, and good. First officer is going. Okay. All right then. Cool, cool. Who else? Well, I hasten to note that, yep, science officer will probably be needed, as will an engineer, because the state of the Lenoir, at least from a distance, looks like, at the very least, it's got power-related problems.
And I guess we'll need 2 Klingons.
Send the entire command structure over. Actually, that's not strictly true. Your second officer is Zonvigor, so
There we go.
you'll be taking the
Step up,
con while you're
Zonvigor.
away. Nothing goes wrong while Zonvigor's in charge, so...
All systems active.
I'm honestly also going to advocate for taking the EMD with us, because like if if there are like containment breaches and there are certain sections of that ship that are uninhabitable, then
Not a bad idea. All right, we'll activate the EMD
I'm
as well.
just gonna move Zhang over here for a little bit. So it
Just
doesn't
for a
look like-
moment, yeah, just to see. That's cool.
Yeah, we accidentally take her with us.
So, Dave, is Tavish going, or is she sending one of her engineering crew in her stead? What's going on?
Synchronizing.
Ooh. Dean is the main crew are going.
It is worth noting that Phlesc is is still a pretty good engineer in and of himself. So, it's not as if they're not without somebody with engineering talent. However, go on.
come on, Tavish, all the cool people are going over.
Well, okay. Well, then I can't send Tavish over. Then can I? I'm gonna have to send Ensign Kenson if I want the cool people to go over. Though I don't think that's a good idea with 2 Klingons going over. So
I was
let's
about
send
to
Tavish.
mention. All right. So we are activating Dyneth, your tactical officer, and we are activating the EMD as additional backup in case of anything, which was a smart move all round. Okay, groovy. Now, your second officer, Lieutenant Zonvigor, can tell you that the interference that's so far causing problems with comms and sensors is likely to also cause problems with the transporter. So it's likely the best course of action will be taking a shuttle. However, since the captain is going, the captain has a pretty good con score herself, and Gerkow is also pretty decent. So you do have pilots at your disposal. So you can keep Lieutenant Commander Lian Zhang here on Helm
Autopilot activated.
Station without any problem.
Was it Shutty the Shuttle or the Guicha that had the more capacity if we need to rescue a load of
Shutty
people?
has more personnel capacity, certainly.
One Shutty and one anti-grav sled, it sounds like.
Well, that does bring me on to the subject of equipment. If you guys want to quickly visit the item store and have a good look at, or a good check that you have everything you think you guys are going to need to take with you.
Have we scanned
No,
like
and
environmental conditions over there at the moment?
No, not really, but from what you can see, looks like power is intermittent, if there at all. Because the way that the ship is listing and the fact that lights can be seen to be flickering on and off suggests they may be having power issues over there.
I think we might need an anti-grav sled.
I think somebody's already gone there.
Yeah, the funny part is I have kept the anti-grav sled in my inventory for a long while. Along with pattern enhancers.
Because you never know.
I can't seem to find the suits, but I feel like we should know. I don't know if
EVA
Phlesc has
suits-
been hoarding them all.
Yeah,
EVA
EVA
suits.
suits are actually found under character armor rather than suits, so you'll find environment suit under character armor.
Yes.
One
Yep,
of them.
definitely. That's what I was looking for as well. I was like, where the heck's the EV suits?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah, they
taking
put 'em in
EV
the
suits?
Ooh, holographic imager. Make sure we take a recording of what's happening.
Sure.
Are we taking?
Let's make some memories.
Are we taking EV suits, or can I just choose what armor I want to take?
Well, that's.
I mean, you know what I've picked.
Yeah. I mean, the funny part is, I still have the Klingon armor as well, just under my Starfleet uniform.
Because you
I
never
like to
know
imagine
who might want to
Tavish.
stab you.
I like to imagine Tavish is asking that just to rock up in like an old school suit of medieval armor, like it's the Renaissance fair.
Alright, I've decided that I'm going in an armored vest.
Armored vest, so ticking the security vest. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is
If
fine.
things start happening, yeah, probably the Klingons' fault.
I am bringing.
You know, I just realized Dinah doesn't have a communicator.
Oh, that's a good point. She needs a communicator. Let's give her a communicator.
And you know what? We're going to throw a tricorder as well. She needs one.
Yes.
Well, do you
I
want to
am
give her those,
bringing-
or shall I do it?
Well, I gave her the tricorder. I can't find the combat.
It's under tools and portable items, other equipment.
Oh.
There you go. You got it. You got it. What were you going to say, Connie? Sorry.
I am bringing because I feel like these things need their time in the you know on the spotlight. An audio receiver
Okay.
and
So the earpiece.
universal translator
Okay.
and EVA suit.
Okay. I will
everybody's
note.
taking a. I'm gonna have to get rid of the armor.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tavish. If Tavish is taking just the vest, I will note that the armored vest has as much resistance as an environment suit, and the environment suit can do more.
Okay, I'll take. I've changed it. I've gone to the EV suit.
All right. All right. Very
I'm
well.
surprised Dinah doesn't have a bat lift.
Well, remember she was discommendated, so she's not considered a Klingon anymore. So she's loath to actually carry actual Klingon weapons. I mean, she's still got her duck tag and her disruptor pistol, but that's all.
I know, I was about to change it out for a phase 2. Or a type 2 phaser.
Well, you know, if you want to.
Do. I don't think I need a disruptor rifle.
Well, that's what we might consider escalation.
I have forgotten that that's been on her character sheet for a while. Oops.
Oh dear, I forgot that I had a whacking great big Klingon disruptor rifle strapped across my back this entire time. Who knew? Alright. Any other pieces of equipment you think you might need? Bearing in mind if they're not necessarily in the list of specific items, but you can remember an item from any of the Star Trek shows, they can be considered equipment traits rather than equipment pieces. In case anything springs to mind. Of course.
Is there a speaker on my EV suit?
There is an inbuilt comm system in your EV suit, yes.
Force field is at full
Okay,
strength.
I am going to use my USB port, and I'm going to find another USB port in the EV suit connected to that, so Nylo can talk to everybody else.
Ah, interesting. Okay. You're connecting Niall up to your environment suit so she can use comms.
Yeah, not just Tavish. I feel like she needs to, she needs to get some social training in.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm on comms.
Yes, you are.
Hello, everyone.
Trasa's gonna just look at Tavish.
Not you again.
Hello again, Doctor. It's agreeable to make your acquaintance again, without you being an alien inside of Tavish's skull.
Was that someone just walking out? It was. Dr. Sott just walked out. Nope.
What's he so worried about?
Well, he had to deal with Nihil the last time you guys swapped bodies, remember?
Yeah, but Nihil's fantastic.
He's a traditionalist, old Sott.
Yeah, the voice in my head should be my own. Okay. Alright then. Nihil is on comms.
What is this I am feeling? Is it excitement?
Yes.
My circuits feel all warm and tingly.
Yeah. That's excitement, nervousness. Ooh, you're getting emotions. This is a. Hold on.
Why would I be nervous? Is there something to be nervous about?
No, nothing to be nervous about.
Are you sure? You were very quick to answer.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
All right.
Everyone's leaving.
Hey, Tavish, can you go in a separate? Can you go in the separate?
You can pilot your own damn shuttle.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah.
You can pilot the
I don't
Pokebat.
know why everybody's leaving.
I would like to apologize for my host organism.
Hold on. why are you apologizing?
I think they're uncomfortable.
What? With hearing your voice?
Do I need to point them out to you?
Would you like me to take you off comms?
Well, that's up to them, isn't it?
Alright, would you like me to take her off comms? Are you uncomfortable with all of this?
No, we can keep her on comms. Just one voice out of out of your comms, please, at a time. But we'll keep
Yes.
Milo.
I like the captain. She wants to hear Lee more than you.
Well, there's probably a reason for that.
Would you like me to list them?
No, don't listen. No. Not the time or the place. We can go over it when we get back to our room, to our quarters.
We'll talk about this later.
Hopkins is gonna make a comment. They fight like a married couple.
Well,
Please don't embarrass me in front of my new friends.
Embarrassing you in front of anybody.
Anyway, Halloween episode. Spooky, scary, yes, okay.
Matt.
Failing at this one right now, aren't I? Yes.
Shut up, Paul. Thank you.
This is a different kind of horror, I think you'll find. Okay.
Oh, I should not be laughing as hard as I am.
Because I like to point out, I got told that the other day by one of my daughters. Do not embarrass me in front of my friends, and it brought a lot of memories back.
Why doesn't she love me? Anyway, let's.
Aww.
Yes, my daughter's not far off of being a teenager herself. Mind you, she's practically already 35, so what the hell. Let's move on. You don't need to know more about me than you need to. Let's move on. Right, so we've got everyone finished with equipment.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then let us go.
I'm laughing so hard. I'm coughing now.
A different kind of pain. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is, like was noted, interference from the nebula is going to make transport difficult, so you're going to have to proceed in shuttle as such. It's going to take some piloting to navigate the interference, especially the strange EM eddies that are present. So, whomever is going to be being the pilot, or pilot and co-pilot, will need to give me control or daring plus con at difficulty 2. So, whoever wants to nominate themselves as the pilot and or co-pilots.
I mean, I do have helm control.
Yes, you do. So that would be a good excuse to be the Chief Helm Officer for this particular venture. Again, I think Gerkow is the next best at con, so... But I leave it up to you guys to decide.
I can assist if desired.
Yep, this would count as your extravehicular activity.
Let's build some momentum.
Sure.
I'll try to build some momentum with the USS Shutty the Shuttle.
Alright, so your choice of either using control or daring, but con as well. 2 dice for whoever's lead, which will in this case be Trasa. 1 success. So another one from Gerkow gives us 2 successes in total, which means it's on the money. As the shuttle starts nearing the nebula and the Lenoir itself, that's when the shuttle literally bounces. You feel it go up and down as it hits a gravitational or an EM eddy. And the shuttle now starts experiencing the equivalent of, the vacuum equivalent of turbulence. And so the shuttle gets bounced around a fair bit, but thanks to your combined efforts in regards to the con task, you are able to pilot the shuttle straight enough that you eventually start closing in on the Lenoir itself. So, the Lenoir, as has already been stated, is an Oberth class science vessel. Doesn't have that many decks to it. From just looking at it from outside, you can see that lights from the various decks that you can see through the bulkhead windows are flickering on and off. If you wish, you can do more sensor scans now that you're closer, or you can just plain look for somewhere to dock. And maybe do scans once you're inside. Up to you. Or, of course, anything else you can think of. Don't let me stifle your options. Any takers? Very well. then let's just assume that you pilot it towards the shuttle bay. Anybody played the demo of Voyager? Yes, not yet. It looks very pretty, but you do have to upgrade your PC if you want it to play very, very pretty. Anybody else here looked at it yet?
It's not bad.
Not great?
Yeah,
mean, what is
I mean,
it at
I'm
the
still in
moment?
the.
Go on, sorry, I talked over you there.
I've only played a little bit of it, but it'd be nice if the character, you can actually hear their voices instead of having to just read.
I was elected to lead, not to read. True enough, but that way you don't have to pay the actors for their voices. So, besides which, you can always picture their voices in your head, surely.
I gotta rewatch it so I can get their voices correct.
Oh, that means you haven't watched it enough, which means you must watch it more.
Okay, I only have Janeway's voice.
There's coffee in that nebula.
That is the only voice I have. Oh, except for 7 of 9. Those are the only two.
Well, in any case, flying the shuttle over to the Lenoir's shuttle bay effectively puts you at deck 1, because the shuttle bay for an O-berth class is on its saucer section at pretty much at the very, very top. So we find ourselves on board the Lenoir itself. So I'm just going to move us to... So who have we got? We got all of you guys. I'm going to transport you over to where you will find yourselves. Okay. Main shuttle bay. Next to your shuttle, which has just docked. Go. Everybody should be in. So, as you can see, the lights are not entirely on. Many of them are flickering. Gravity for the moment appears to be mostly stable. But there's nobody here at the moment.
First of all, scan everything.
Scan
And then second,
everything. Cool. Gotcha.
can I plug my audio receiver in a wall console and connect to the ship's computer?
Let's get some tunes up in here.
Would you choose for tunes in this situation? But in either case, the audio receiver, so you're essentially putting in Uhura's earpiece, so that you can receive communication frequencies that much better directly to yourself. If you're trying to access any of the wall panels, what you find is that power seems to very much be off. What you do notice, however, going up to the wall in order to find a functioning wall panel with which to connect to, is that a number of them, besides the ones that are obviously flickering with power fluctuations, some of the panels look as if they have burst. And there's evidence that some of the walls themselves have buckled or warped as a result of something.
Tavish, do you want to plug yourself in and see what's happened?
No.
Um,
How about
just-
how about I use my engineering tricorder and have a look?
Most sensible thing you've done.
You know, I like her.
But yes, you can use your engineering tricorder to have a scan by all means. Control and engineering, then, please, Tavish.
Any
Okay.
focuses?
Power systems will do for now. It's pretty good. 2. Okay. It seems the ship has suffered some kind of power surge from your initial scan. It seems that whatever caused the surge caused power to just run through the systems on the ship and has made some conduits rupture, some panels overload. Why the main power is out is not immediately obvious, but you're having trouble scanning anything much beyond the deck you're currently on and 2 decks below, maybe 3. But because you're using an engineering-specific tricorder, you are only detecting engineering-specific issues.
I just want to double check. What kind of ship is this?
Oberth. So if you want a film reference in the Search for Spock, the USS Grissom was essentially the what they call the battle canoe. The weird canoe-shaped one with the saucer section that's not connected. Just lashed together by the nacelles. So it's one of those ones.
Interesting.
Science-only ship.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't those modern ones with bio-neuro this and that. But no.
Yeah. I mean, Oberth class, like I've noted, are almost always science vessels because that's what they're there to do. They have virtually no armament to them whatsoever. They tend to be just science vessels. And usually not that well populated either because there's not a heck of a lot to them. You only need the engineers to do the engineering stuff to keep the ship moving, and then the rest of the crew is made up predominantly of scientists.
Okay. Okay, I guess there's 2 things I would suggest. The first is get some kind of power back. And the second is, I'm not suggesting we split up, maybe we could, is that on the message there was something about containment. So presumably, if we go to wherever they stored live species or samples, we can figure out what it was that has run amok.
Potentially.
If the USS Lenoir follows standard Oberth patterns, then there should be a main science lab on Deck 5.
Well then, to Deck 5, lead the way, Nilo.
Request permission to override perambulation.
If it gets us there, let's do it. Sorry, Tavish.
Well, technically I wasn't asking your permission, Captain, but...
Tavish's right foot comes forward by itself. Followed by the left.
Milo.
Yes...
Just put this into your database that when you request to take over my body, unless I give you permission, that is the only time you can do that. Okay? Actually, unless it's in an emergency. Okay?
Command override asserted. Relinquishing control.
Alright, now you can take over, buddy. I give you permission.
You
Does it
waited
express-
until I relinquished control to relinquish control.
Yeah.
I hate you sometimes.
Oh,
Do we hear this?
much.
This part of the conversation, or is this actually in her head now?
Last I was told, he'd plugged Nihilil into the suit comms.
Yep.
Hopkins is just gonna laugh at that last part of I hate you.
You're growing up so fast.
So, onwards to deck 5. Now, the first obstacle you come across is the fact that, as has been noted, main power is not here. You're getting power fluctuations throughout the systems, but that doesn't mean they're actually in much operation as such. It looks like it's going to be Jeffrey's tubes for you folks, because the turbo lifts, sure as stink, are not operating at the moment.
Are we going up or down?
Well, you are currently on deck 1, so you need to go down to deck 5 if you're going to use the main labs as a point of reference.
Geronimo!
Okay.
Oh,
I think
not
I
this
know what
again.
this means.
Tavish, by no
Hopkins
means
is
are you
just gonna
about to come.
look at. All Hopkins is looking at. Gerkow, like, what do you mean, Geronimo? What did you guys do when I was gone?
Nothing.
Oh, can I tell her?
Tell me
While
what?
I'm going down the while I'm going down the ladder, yes, of course we can tell her.
Excellent.
As she's climbing down the stairs, tell me what?
So Nihilil breaks down the tale of, well, Geronimo. The shattering of ankles and the subsequent breaking of hips and pelvises. Nevertheless, the joviality is brought to a gradual close as you start entering into the main corridors of the ship. And once again, the corridors are mostly empty. And the lights are inconstant. Even Dyneth, with her Klingon stoicism, is obviously not comfortable here. The emergency medical drone is even starting to develop something of a, not exactly a nervous twitch, but lots of nervous glances around. I'm suddenly not very comfortable at having been brought on this away mission. Did you deliberately bring me here to endanger my existence? He says accusingly at Sott. I know how long you've been looking to get rid of me, but this is just silly.
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. I know, I think you like going on away missions. You got your camera, right?
I did like going on these away missions, but there's something profoundly uncomfortable about this environment.
Doctors, everything will be fine. I hope.
Gerkow, you are detecting a strange energy emission coming from... well, we can't tell exactly where it's coming from, but there's definitely strange energy emanation starting to suffuse the ship where you are. And the further on you go, the more concentrated this energy starts to become. At best estimation, with the way that the signature is growing in strength, you'd say its likely emanation point is Deck 5.
Captain, I'm feeling a strange emanation. I have a feeling... Well, the signs point to Deck 5. So maybe we should get our phasers out ready.
Emergency medical junkets. Yes, phasers out, right now! You do that,
Yeah,
I'll
Trasa-
be in the middle.
Trasa will grab her bat lift
Okay.
that she always carries.
Okay.
Also, I'm busy listening to the Ghostbusters theme song because of this episode so far.
Not sure if that's a plus or a minus. Yes, I know you're trying to open doors, but let's just have this represent the the corridors that you are going along for the moment before you try and escape. So, as you walk down corridors and get further into the ship, Gerkow, your ocular implant starts to malfunction in so far as the image is now becoming fuzzy with static. So occasionally you have to give it a slight tap with the heel of your palm to get the thing to start working properly again.
Oh, stupid.
Which is difficult to do considering you're wearing an EV suit.
Yeah.
Do you want me to have a look at that?
What, got a hole in my EV suit?
No. Get ocular implant.
You want me to take my EV suit helmet off?
Well, no. Give it a bit of a scan.
Alright then. No, don't make it explode, please.
I'm scanning it. I don't think I can make it explode with a scan.
Eye proceeds to explode.
Matt, please don't let me explode.
No, it's a standard scan. I don't think it's anything outside of your ability to do so. Yeah, it definitely seems there's some interference coming from somewhere that is currently making Gerkow's feed from the ocular implant get interfered with.
Okay, so there just seems to be interference. I'm not too sure where from. So I'm going
Interference.
to start scanning.
Starting to it out quite dip so
Got Nilo as well.
Yeah. Nilil, go back into my head.
no comply.
Not comply. I think that was. Okay. Right. Should you start? Tavish is going to start scanning where this interference is coming. Well, if she can pick up on the signal where this interference is from, coming from, originating from. Should I say?
Don't let it see you.
Let it see me.
That wasn't Nilo.
Did that come through my EV suit?
You think so?
Who are you? Hello?
Did the rest of us hear that as well, or just Tavish?
Just Tavish.
Hello?
That's a silence, is what you get.
Who are you Are you still trying to talk to Nilo, or are you finally going crazy over there?
Containment breach. Containment breach.
Was that in my head too?
No, that was over comms.
Sorry, I sneezed when you said something. What was that?
It said containment breach.
Yeah, I heard that part. Who was it you?
I had a voice come into my head which said, "Don't let it see you."
Don't let what see you?
I don't know.
As she just keeps walking forward.
Wasn't Nihil in my head telling me that? Which is really strange.
For someone who has voices in their head, you think having another one wouldn't be that strange to you?
You know
Look.
what is strange?
Hide in here.
Where?
That one Trasa heard.
She's gonna look around and be like, okay, that was weird.
What's going on, Captain? Tavish?
I heard a voice that said, hide in here. I don't know where.
I heard something say,
Furiously trying the doors. Access to the Jeffries tubes seems to still be operational. You have to use the manual release to do it. So far, all the other doors are locked down.
Alright, and we go.
Dyneth being the last to go through, from the way that the light is cast, Dyneth is walking along where she notices a shadow, which suggests that someone is trailing behind. But then she notices that all of you are in front of her. She slowly turns around, but doesn't see anybody. When she looks back, the shadow's not there anymore. Thought I saw... It's nothing.
okay.
Dr. Sott's going to do a little, a little subtle life form scan.
Okay, so now you guys need lights. So, this is the lights of your suit I'm going to engage. So let me give you... 6.
I didn't anticipate it being that dark as soon as I closed the door.
Oh yes. So let's give you light sources. Oops, Daisy. 5. Tag. 2. Tag. Gerkow's lights. 5. Tag. Oops, Daisy.
I wonder if we can make the lights change colors.
Rave.
Exactly. One person has pink, the other one has like blue, the other one has like orange.
So the stab lights of your EV suits are what gives you illumination to see by in the cramped confines. Dyneth vision to the range of 6. Let's give Dyneth some light as well. So, you have some narrow beams of light. The EMD has modified his hollow projector to emit some light, so he is giving off his own illumination. But he's, again, doesn't seem to be very happy about being here now. Proceeding through the Jeffries tubes, you see further signs that some sort of power surge caused conduits to not exactly explode outwards, but at least overload in such a fashion that they burnt and, in some cases, warped the structure around them. So some of the going means that you have to squeeze through walls that have bowed inward slightly. There's the
Oh my God, you
occasional
can
crackle
customize
over
the kills.
comms, but not much. What was that? Sorry, I talked over you.
So I've only just noticed the fact that, Trasa and Dyneth have got their synthwave colours going on with you, with their pink and blue.
I'm having fun.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
How do you do that?
Oh,
Sorry.
so if you right click on your character, go open configurations, go to light, and you'll see like light color, and you can change the color.
Ah, thank you.
I may have given them too much access, but there we are. Does anyone not have a light source? Can anyone not see? No, everyone looks good. Okay. You have to exit down onto another deck in order to make your way towards where you need to go for. Gerkow's ocular implant continues to stutter and spit static. There's a moment just before Phlesc opens the door to get out of the current Jeffrey's tube onto the next deck, where you could have sworn you saw a shadow on the door, which seemed to suggest somebody was already there, but by the time Phlesc's stab lights illuminate the door, the shadow itself is gone. So, Gerkow, you weren't sure if that was a figment of your imagination, just reading patterns in the static, or what. Phlesc, when you open the door to this deck, there's more obvious damage to some of the walls, and the lights are flickering quite furiously. But there's also evidence now scattered around the floor where there are discarded pads and occasional sample trays and whatnot that look like people dropped these as they went, if not dropped them as they ran. Things discarded in a hurry. I mean, you can, if you wanted to, try to override the locks on these doors in order to do a manual release to have a look inside them, if you really wanted to.
If Phlesc goes for that one, Tavish will go for this one.
Okay. The EMD is doing his level best to stay in the middle of all of you.
Can I hack into the door?
The door? Yeah, it's no problem. All you do is remove the access panel from the wall, and then you find that there is an actual pull lever behind it, or a screw handle, a screw handle where you turn it to the right and it releases the lock, at which point the door's open enough that you can put your fingers in and push it open yourself. Because this is just a generic corridor, what I will say is on deck... Where are you now? You're on deck 3, more than likely at this point. You open it and find that it is general quarters of somebody. Same goes for Phlesc. When he opens up his door, you find that it is just... Geez, you guys are really monkeying with the light effects now, aren't you?
This is the best thing ever. I'm sorry.
It is.
I like to point out that me and Mark haven't touched ours.
No.
But we can make changes.
There are lots of very funky light effects, and that is the strength of Foundry as an engine for you. It's all inbuilt, so yay. Helps me make spooky mood lighting when I need to. Or nice funky energy balloons and stuff. That's currently being displayed now on Dyneth. Nevertheless, you find empty crew quarters, that some of which suggest once again that there were scuffles inside. You find evidence of upturned tables, furniture scattered about the place. Some evidence of, again, replicators having either exploded or at least have been damaged and caught fire. No actual bodies.
Can I ask, the main computers in the room. Okay.
You so far haven't tried accessing the main computer, as far as I'm aware, because all the comm panels that you've got to have been inert.
Oh, they still inert at the moment. Right here.
Quite. If you wanted to try something, you're certainly welcome to.
So they are definitely inert, yeah?
So far, all of the wall panels and computer access points are unresponsive, suggesting they've got no power.
Have I got something I can use as a power source?
Technically, I would think, unless you've brought an actual power pack, then I'm going to say no, but because no, you don't actually, not anymore. You're an engineer, you would know well enough that every deck and every area within a deck has its own isolated emergency power backup system, just in case of a power failure.
Alright, I'm going to go and get that emergency power source then.
Okay.
And I'm going to start hooking it up to one of the computers inside these rooms.
Alright. As Tavish is obviously taking a stop to do that, everyone comes to a halt just to make sure that you don't split up. Commander Phlesc. As Phlesc sticks his head in this room, has a look around, finds evidence of some kind of conflict or scuffle, but can't actually see anyone at all. He turns his back and starts to walk back out of the room in order to investigate what it is that Tavish might manage to get out of the computer if she manages to bring power back online. And that's when, right behind him, he hears...
Something's got me.
As he spins round.
No one there.
Did you guys hear that?
They did.
What did you hear? Oh.
I've been hearing weird stuff since we've gotten here.
I'm gonna have a root around and just start moving things, see if there's anything under the furniture, removing panels. Just rather bizarrely, just thinking that whatever created that noise must be in this room somewhere.
Sure. Phlesc looks around, looks under things, around things, picks things up in order to see if there's anyone hiding that might be injured or some such. Can't see anything. When he stands up, he's facing into the essentially the bathroom, the refresher room, and in most small Starfleet standard quarters, you've got the main living room. You can see right through to the bathroom, which does have its door to shut for privacy, but usually when you look through from the main living area into the bathroom, there's usually the bathroom mirror, and when Phlesc stands up, he can see there's somebody standing right behind him.
I'm going to spin around.
Nobody there.
Try to say hi. Nobody there. I'm going to look back at the mirror.
Nobody there.
Phlesc runs out.
Everyone else sees Phlesc run out of the room.
Something scare you?
Dr. Sott, I think I'm hallucinating. Could you check me out, please?
Control and engineering from Tavish, please, whilst this goes on. Yes, carry on, Dr. Sott.
I wouldn't mind going in to have an investigate myself.
Okay.
Dr.
Sott?
No!
Using any focus?
Inside
Any
the room.
Focus. Power systems.
Okay.
Gerkow, when you see Phlesc come out of the room, Your ocular implant is still fizzing, popping. Dr. Sott goes in there to have a look himself. You wait a few moments, Dr. Sott's still looking around. Then you see someone starts to walk out. But you realise they're not wearing an EV suit. Nobody else seems to be seeing this. Because when you close one eye, you realise you can't see anything, but when you close your normal eye and are looking only through your ocular implant, there's definitely somebody standing in the doorway where Dr. Sott went in and Phlesc came out. You can't quite make it out because of the static going on in your ocular implant, but they turn slowly and look directly at you.
I am going to reach for my knife and alert everyone that I am currently seeing a figure and just try and be like, who goes there?
No one else cannot see what she's talking about. As soon as Gerkow says who goes there, the figure cocks their head to the side as if they heard you say that and they're wondering something. It's an inquisitive cock to the side of their head. And they take a step forward, but that's when Dr. Sott comes out and superimposes himself over the figure. At which point you can't make out anything. There's just Dr. Sott's shape with his EV suit with his stab lights.
That's just
Sott.
Dr. Sott.
Yeah, Dr. Sott, you found nothing when you were in there. And that's when all of a sudden Gerkow's entire field of view is filled with a human male's face, a Starfleet officer in science colours, and he's directly in your face and his mouth is open, screaming silently as he reaches for you.
Okay. I'm going to step back and try and scan what I'm seeing.
The moment you step back and whip out the tricorder, you take your view away from him a second, and when you look up, he's gone. But, by all means, give me a reason and science.
Any god focuses?
I can't say God focus at this point, no, because it's very much a WTF moment. So I'm going to go with just plain old. One success. Okay. There was evidence of something there just now. A weird energy blip. It's like there's evidence of a life form was there, but now it's not. That's when the tricorder reads that there is still a life form there.
If I check the name of who this quarters belong to, can I check? Can I find the record of that person, and can I recognize that whether it's the same, the Spectre?
Well, you would have to check with Tavish's progress, because that would require power to check with the crew manifest. So, to Tavish. Tavish manages to bring up the local backup power, and the lights brighten somewhat in the area. Some of them go bang the moment too much power is put through them, as they're still spitting and sparking. And I am... Do I be really naughty with this? Yeah, you know what?
Yes.
Can I get Dave, since you were the one who restored power? Actually, pardon me. Let me just make sure I got this right. Can I get Dave to roll me a 6-sided dice, a d6?
Oh no.
Do you remember how to do that?
Yeah.
Just a standard 6-sided dice. Ooh, we got a 6! Alrighty. So, as Tavish activates power, like I said, lights come back, some go spooked. Panels in the nearby area slowly flicker into life. And everyone gets a weird kind of creepy feeling across the back of their neck, as if it's like semi-static, making the hairs on the backs of your necks stand up, which is weird because you're all wearing environment suits. But nevertheless, Tavish has now brought local power back online, so you think you can access the main computer, or at least one of the main computers stored in active memory on this deck in this area. So what was it you were going to look for again?
Recent logs.
Recent logs.
Looking for basically, probably also looking for anything interfering with radio signals as well. If anything like that has been, if anything like that, like engineering or anything like that, has engineering work has been put in for anything interfering with electrical stuff.
Okay.
Like ocular implants or audio.
That kind
audio
of thing.
receivers.
Anything causing a problem. Right, gotcha. So, accessing local records, you find several logs, a lot of which seem to be people asking the same question. What's going on? One log quickly says something about... Now, a lot of it is garbled, so some of the data has been corrupted, it seems, more than likely by whatever power surge happened. But once again, one of the logs says something about a containment breach, main science lab, something got out.
Okay. She'll relay that information back to the rest of the team.
As Tavish, so Tavish has been typing on the nearest wall panel or whatever it was that you used to access the main computer. When you turn around, take your hand off the panel to use it. Everyone else can see that where Tavish's hand came away from the panel, there's a glowing imprint of another hand exactly where hers was, but it's not the same shape as hers.
I can't see this, I guess, yeah?
Now, everyone else who was looking in your direction can.
Something
That hand
apparently got out.
quietly removes itself, as if it's going back into the panel itself.
Something got out on Deck 5 in the science area, apparently. A containment breach. So I honestly feel like if we get to Deck 5, then at least part of this mystery is going to be found out. Also, there's a load of logs of people asking, you know, what's happening. So, using logic, it seems like there may be a containment breach and things started happening after that.
Gerkow, the lights go out in the Jeffries tube behind you.
I'm gonna be a big brave scientist. I'm gonna turn to that direction and scan for anything, while informing the group that power seems to have been lost behind us.
The light in your corridor just went out. Your tricorder is registering a life form. Now it isn't. Now it is. Now it isn't. Your tricorder registers an error. Phlesc,
Is it
the
just
wall
my
panel to your
tricorder?
left explodes in a shower of sparks.
Everybody up to deck 5.
So, there is a nearby entrance using the Jeffries tubes, but whether you want to use this Jeffries tube that you just came from is, well, entirely up to you.
I'm not afraid of no ghost.
EMD and Gerkow and now Tavish, you can hear the sound of the hull moving somewhere in the Jeffries tube as if it's taking additional weight or pressure. The light in the main corridor goes out.
Hey, Gerkow, you think it's a great idea to open this door right at this very moment in second?
Are we scientists or are we babies?
You know what? That is like the most convincing argument I've ever had. Tavish is going to open the door. I feel like Nilo. Gerkow has a really bad influence on Tavish.
Alright then.
Hopkins is right behind the two of you.
On the count of 3, Gerkow and Tavish both stick their heads around, realizing that that's actually a little difficult when you've both got full environment suits on with helmets. So there's a brief moment of, you know, helmet butting as you both go, right, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go first. Paper, rock, scissors?
Hopkins is just sitting there looking at everyone else. Anybody got a camera?
Yes, Dr. Sott brought along a hologram imager, if I remember. Or was it somebody else who brought along the imager?
EMD, perhaps?
BMD, yes. He shakily holds it up, which is amazing because he's got no blood supply or adrenal glands or whatever to give him the shakes. Yes, Captain, I've got a holo imager. Sure, this is the right time.
You shaking? No, you have no circuits to shake.
Eventually, Gerkow and Tavish manage to get it between each other to look into the Jeffries tubes, and they see nothing. Dr. Sott, you can hear a strange noise behind you.
I'm gonna spin round.
Get it to actually play.
Why do I have a feeling that whatever monster it was during the Star Trek Discovery they were facing?
Dr. Sott turns around to see a faint glowing of some form of strange, misshapen, if not unshapen, something. It's indescribable in its shape because you can't make out enough of it. All you can see is some kind of ethereal, like, almost like a deep-sea creature that is bioluminescent, but still not fully tangible enough for you to make out much at all. What you can make out are these long, grasping filaments which are slowly reaching out and are coming through the walls and floor as if they are no impediment whatsoever. Dr. Sott, your EVA suit is now registering an alarm. Biological warning.
Maybe it's friendly?
You gonna wait around long enough to find out?
No. I'm just going to muse these things as I'm backpedaling furiously.
Alrighty. Because it now seems that your way ahead is now blocked, and the only way is to go back into the Jeffries tubes. The dark Jeffries tubes.
That's fine. Go.
At which point I am going to bring... So as folks start backpedaling furiously, you start hearing voices over comms.
Don't let it fly you.
I am now presuming folks are moving into the Jeffries tube with all speed and haste.
Mm-hmm. Shut the door behind us.
Yeah, Trasa would be the last one. Just like, come, let's go. Everyone in, everyone in.
While I'm probably one of the first people to get into where the Jeffries tube is, yeah. Can I do a scan of something?
Sure.
Can I scan to see if the power's being drained on this floor?
A quick
By
scan
that
reveals, yes indeed, that power didn't exactly get drained. It fluctuated, and then it seemed like there wasn't enough. The individual components themselves that were using power found that, well, they're fine because they're just objects, but it's like they were failing to be able to find the power. Something was interfering with their ability to actually get power. Slamming the door shut to the Jeffries tube, you're now going to have to take a different way around, but nevertheless you can still manage to do so. It's change decks. And so, with no obvious sounds of pursuit, you proceed onwards. And eventually come to deck 5, but you still hear the sound of something elsewhere. You emerge into the corridors and find your way onto deck 5. Those particles, those energy particles that, or that energy signature that you had initially detected, grows in strength here, and certainly seems to be getting stronger the closer and closer you walk towards the main science lab, until you enter the lab itself. You enter to find the rather wide, large, long science lab dark, inert except for the flickering glow of a few panels here and there. There's a lot of equipment strewn around, as if abandoned in haste. Nothing immediately obvious as to what happened. No bodies. Until
Do these
Tavish...
panels... Ooh.
Go on, sorry.
Okay, so these panels are working.
Somewhat. They are flickering on and off, but now Dyneth and Tavish, when you step in that area, same goes for Trasa, your boots crunch on glass. Or the equivalent.
Can I have a look? Oh, hello.
You've found what appears to be some kind of... what? Containment cube?
Is it Starfleet in origin?
Yes. Yes, it seems to be Starfleet in origin. There's definitely evidence to suggest that something broke out of it with all the smashed glass emanating from... emanating outwards from the thing itself.
All right. I'm gonna go and have a look for some emergency energy sources in this in here.
Okay.
So I can try and get the main science computer up to find out exactly what they were doing and what this thing is.
All right. I will want yet another control and engineering. Meanwhile, what's everybody else doing?
I am going to look for any discarded pads and see if there are any written down notes and logs from researchers and scientists.
Cool.
That gives
You
a
do
clue.
find some discarded pads, certainly. But when you try and access them, it finds that the things are completely devoid of any power from their individual power packs. Okay. You don't quite manage to get any power going yet, Tavish. It seems like this deck suffered more than most with whatever power surge happened. Can I get you to roll that six-sided dice again, please?
Of course. Oh no.
That is a 1.
I've gone from one extreme to the other.
Yes, you have. Your attempt at trying to plug something back in unfortunately causes a surge of power to come back towards you as the panel in front of you sparks and short circuits. You take... That's a bit much.
I could do it.
But the suit absorbs some of that backwash, which causes your EV suit's internal systems to flicker on and off. As such, you take a 7 intensity, 7 surge, so 7 stress if you want to avoid the injury.
6, 7.
I take it Tavish didn't take the award that protects her from injury?
Of course not.
Good lord, no. Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, what's the fun in that?
Oh dear.
Yeah, no.
Dr. Sott.
Can I take my EV suit off, seeing as it's pretty much useless now?
It's not useless, it's just that it took some of the power surge, so the systems are still working, they just occasionally flicker from the sudden power surge. But with Dr. Sott, can I get a reason and medicine check from you? Difficulty 3, because your tricorder is registering strange biological sample traces on this shattered glass that you can see before you.
Cool.
Willow.
Hey-o.
Oh, hey-o. Right on the bean. Excellent. Your tricorder has a bit of trouble at first, so you have to compensate. But what you find is that there is indeed some kind of microorganism or microbiological trace on the smashed glass. The reason your tricorder is having such a problem locking onto it is that it's actually phasing in and out of this subspace realm. But it does have the same energy signature as the energy distortions coming from the nebula. This microorganism seems to exist in 2 realms of subspace at once, but is slightly out of phase with both. So it's almost like it's phasing in between. And that's when, to your concern, that you realize there are traces of this microorganism in the very air around you. And because it is fluctuating between both subspace realms, You're detecting traces of this microorganism even through your suit. On you. I want everybody individually to give me daring and medicine rolls, please.
No.
With no specific focus.
2 dice?
2 dice each.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh my god!
Guys!
NPC characters too, right?
Yes, please. The
Okay.
EMD, no. The EMD will have something different. But Yikes.
Does Gerkow just explode?
I'm like, do I use the Legion of Honor or do I see
can
with
if
this
you
goes?
want, but it's up to you.
I'm a scientist, not a baby.
As we are discovering.
Did this chick just coordinate into 3 d20s altogether?
I just saw 3 20s. Yes, indeed.
Oh no.
So that was daring
I
and
was feeling-
medicine. So
The lag, I thought my rolls, Phlesk's rolls were mine, and I was like, yes! And then I saw mine, which is like,
Captain
No.
Trasa, Commander Phlesc, Dr. Sott, Commander Tavish, all of you, well, all of you, thanks to Sott's readings, now indicate that this strange energy reading that you've been coming across is actually the reading of this microorganism, is the energy reading that the microorganism is giving off, which suggests it has been permeating outwards through the decks from this central source. As you've been coming through the ship, you have been encountering more and more dense pockets of this microorganism, and now you seem to be in the epicenter of it. You are encountering it in great quantities, which means that this microorganism has now attached itself to each and every one of you, having passed through the protection of your EV suits because it phases in and out. It's attaching itself to the internals of your suit, which is now causing your suit's power systems to flicker every now and then. But moreover, when you hold your own hands up to look at yourselves, you can see a slight translucence now starting to occur. You can almost see through yourselves. Dyneth and very much Gerkow, however. Well, both of them temporarily vanish from view. Neither Gerkow nor Dyneth are actually aware of where they are at all. You suddenly phase out of existence.
I give them a scan. Well, not them a scan, but a scan for them.
Yes. Their life signs no longer register here on this subspace plane.
Heck.
And that's when something else happens. Near to Captain Trasa, that strange ethereal creature starts to slowly send its filaments out through the deck as it seems to be coming in from the ceiling down. Dyneth and Gerkow reappear just at that instance. Zoinks!
Zenith.
Can I get Tavish to give me and maybe Phlesc as well, give me a reason and engineering check with a focus on experimental tech will do for Tavish, and experimental tech for Phlesc as well, please. During the same instant that all of this happens. Yep, great for Tavish.
Am I assisting?
Yeah, you were doing your own.
Oh, okay. Boom.
2 successes each. Right, cool. With what Dr. Sott has just told you about the fact that this, because I assume Dr. Sott let everybody know what he just found, this phasing microorganism that's now attaching itself to everyone is causing those of you who have been attached to it to start to lose your phase resonance with this reality, this plane of reality, whereas with Dyneth and Gerkow it seems to have become particularly acute. For a moment, they're actually completely phased out. Which means that you now both recognize what this containment area is. It's a phase field generator. You would use such a thing to either adjust the phase frequency of whatever's inside of it, or you could use it to try and stabilize something's phase frequency. That combined with what Dr. Sott found as the phasing microorganisms traces on the inside of the glass would suggest that this microorganism was inside the containment area, and then something happened, and it got let out. Dr. Sott, your tricorder is registering that this creature with its long filaments as it's glowing and phasing through the bulkhead is a concentrated, much larger form of the same microorganism. It's a macro version of the microorganism. And it's coming into the room now.
Can I try and get power to this?
That would require more than backup power. It would require the warp core coming back online.
Where's the warp core from here?
You are on deck 5. It requires you going down to deck 6.
Okay, Phlesc, try and fix this. I'm going to deck 6.
Okay.
You don't think you can fix this.
Okay, I can't fix this.
At least not here, not at this moment. Your best bet is probably engineering.
Okay.
As in, run?
Run! Everybody run! Run, run, run. Run!
Everybody run!
Run away!
Can I get a? Can I try and get a scan of the micro or the big
macroorganism?
The macroorganism, yes. Seeing as I, with my science, I'm dealing with a organism which phases in and out.
I will allow you this reason and science check, and I will allow you to use power systems as a focus. The EMD needs no encouragement to get moving. He is running like the devil's behind him, which it kind of is. 3 successes. Nice. Tavish, as you are running and you are scanning this thing, you suddenly find that the outward pulse of your scan, of your tricorder sending out scanning waves, less of them come back, which means you don't get much of a scan of this creature. But what that does force you to realize is that this creature is absorbing energy. And
everybody run.
Yeah, your suits are made of energy. Your weapons are made. Your weapons fire energy particles, and your bodies emanate energy and use energy.
I was gonna say, Tavish. Actually, Tavish is gonna take off her. Is taking off her EV suit, and putting her phaser down.
That will take time that will be used in not running. Are you sure?
Okay, I'm gonna run first, and then I'm gonna start doing this.
Okay. Gerkow and Trasa are lagging behind. Are you guys deliberately lagging behind, or are you gonna try something?
Trasa's slowly backing away and growling at it.
Which is not having any effect on the creature. It is still moving forward. Its filaments reaching out.
I mean, if I'm the only one, as well as Dinah, who is, shifting in and out, then can I make contact? I mean, not that I want to, but can it make
seems
contact
it is
with me?
coming closer in your direction and ignoring Trasa for the most part.
Are you
Oh
gonna
dear.
fight
Okay. Oh. Can I?
You want to try and communicate with it? If you
Okay,
can
I'll
think of a way to communicate with it.
Fight.
it? With her fists.
I also brought over a universal translator.
You did.
Don't know if it works, but it's
The
more
universal
powerful than
translator
communicators.
isn't registering a language.
Only
Whatever-
growls. Okay.
Whatever trilling it's letting out is possibly a form of echolocation, and it is resonating with your own phasing particles, and it's causing your EV suits and the tricorder to fluctuate.
I'm booking it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand by that EMD.
So, even though it's showing you guys at the entrance to the science lab, I'm going to represent this as a chase as you are running through the corridors with this thing somewhere behind you. The creature's wake is coupled with lights flickering ahead of it. Some panels explode to the side of you as you go running down the corridors. Any attempt to fire a disruptor or a phaser back at it just has the phaser shot absorbed into it, which seems to make the thing glow brighter. Excuse me a second. Dr. Sott gets to a door, and just for a moment there, as he tries to open the door, his hand passes through it. As he gives it a quick shake and tries again, in which case it does actually make contact this time, and you can pry the door ahead of you open. So you begin running for it, but you can still hear the creature somewhere behind you. Are you going to try and lose it, or are you just going to book it all the way to Deck 6 engineering?
Try to. Tavish will go. Everybody needs to take off their EV suits.
That's a long
Not
and
a
involved
chance.
process.
Not a chance.
Hopkins would be like, "You guys run."
It's absorbing energy. We are like fireflies at the moment.
What was that, Liz?
We're a movable buffet.
Yes.
Yes. At the moment.
Hopkins is going to take off her EV suit while everyone else is running.
That
fast.
is a long and involved process that involves you slowing down.
How far are we in front of this thing?
How are you?
Probably
What? Sorry,
not
say that again?
EV's to take off time,
Okay.
because it takes ages.
Yes.
So I'm trying to put on a wetsuit.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, just keep on. I don't know.
Could Tavish be able to adjust the EMD's phase as well,
No.
so that he pops in and out, and then he can be the bait while everyone.
You want me
while
to
everyone-
what?
So
You could try that,
want
certainly.
You want me to create him as bait?
He can't get
Yes.
hit.
You don't know that for certain. It could devour
can
me
make
whole.
Right, I'm
I
grabbing
can make
his-
another one. I can make
I
another
don't
one.
want you to make another one. I want you to preserve me.
Okay, I am grabbing the hollow emitter.
Okay.
I'm also going to download, if I can, quickly download the EMH into my engineering tricorder.
Okay. Daring and engineering, please. See how quickly you can do this.
I am trying to save him. Daring and engineering, yeah.
I don't know why you're trying to save him, but you know, you do you. As Hopkins is still trying to remove her EV suit.
Hopping whilst trying to remove a boot.
Can I
Pretty
have the focus of AI programming? Seen as...
Sure.
Thank you.
Makes sense to me. Okay. You're able to download his heuristic algorithms, which are essentially the core of his personality, but it leaves behind the medical database and all of that stuff. So what you've got in your tricorder is the EMD, but only its personality matrix. So you've just got this complaining computer program locked inside of your tricorder, but that does free you up to input a basic command into the hollow projector now in order to get it to, I don't know, fly around randomly to take the heat off of you guys.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. I'm going to need another daring and engineering check then, as the creature is getting closer, and Dyneth has just phased through the floor, so she's half in the floor and half out, and is asking for someone to please help her.
Can I have a Phlesc help me, please?
Of course, I did build this thing.
Yes, exactly, that's why I'm asking.
Gerkow momentarily blips out of existence when she goes to help Dyneth. Okay. You doing anything about that complication?
I
I
can't.
don't think she...
Okay.
And we need to bring in a third person if we want to use parent figure. Wait there. What have I got here? No, you could use your determination, Tavish.
If you wanted to.
Re-roll it. No.
Okay. Was Phlesc helping in
alright,
some fashion?
Hold on, let me see if there's anything I can actually use.
I'm going to steal 2 momentum to roll 2 dice, because of what just happened.
Cool. You need only to steal 1.
I will rob 3 momentum to roll 3 dice.
Okay.
There we go. Focus.
That'll be which will help me, I'm sorry.
Captain Trasa, as you are trying to take off more parts of your EV suit, you suddenly find that the gravity around near you is getting stronger, and so you are slowing way the heck down. This is proving now to be more effort than it was originally. The creature itself is closing in. 4 successes from Phlesc. Well, bloody hell.
4? 2.
4? 2?
2.
You mean 4 all out of
4 altogether, pardon me.
Okay.
Bonk, bonk. So, right, okay. Between the two of you, you successfully alter the phase variance of the EMD's projector drone, and also give it an accidental power boost so that it is emitting even more energy than usual. This does mean that the distraction will be short-lived, because the amount of energy it's now putting out is probably going to overload its systems, and it'll fly off somewhere and then just probably go bang and drop dead. Drop inert, I should say. But that will give you the moment everybody needs in order to essentially get away whilst the creature goes off in pursuit of the EMD's emitter. Which is just in time for Captain Trasa, who had the thing bearing down on her as she found that she was having trouble getting the other boot off of her EV suit because gravity had just increased underneath her. Gerkow comes back into the room and is able to help pull Dyneth out of the floor, as Dyneth herself suddenly stabilizes once again. You've got a limited window to escape now.
Run!
And Captain Trasa,
next
because
six.
you have abandoned your EV suit.
No,
you
she's
know
still
it's-
she's still hopping as she's doing it. She's just moving slowly as she's doing it.
Yes, but because you're abandoning the crucial parts of your EV suit, which is now only in sections left behind you, you have no light source.
This is fine. This is very fine. As
Do
she
Klingons have dark vision?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
She doesn't need it.
They
She could
have
just swallow her
better than
bottle.
average low light, certainly.
As
But-
her EV starts going away, she just pulls out her. She has her bat lift in her hands. It's like, you said it eats electricity. Well, this is non-electricity.
Captain, please stay alive. I mean, I may not want you to sometimes, but please stay alive. Come with us.
Are the rest of you, now that you've got some time to breathe, are you dispensing with your own EV suits? Or are you keeping them on?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm dispensing.
Yeah,
Absolutely
fucking
not.
so, you know.
I'm going to keep
Let's-
the phaser though.
Want to undress? That's fine by Phlesc, but he's going to keep pegging it.
Sott, is Sott keeping his EV suit?
No, I'll take mine off.
Okay, so you've got less to infight the creature. Phlesc is keeping his on. Gerkow, are you keeping yours on? Is Connie available for comment?
Oh, I'm muted. I'm
Sorry.
keeping it on.
Keeping it on. Okay, fine. So,
Can I ask a
with the-
question?
Yes.
This is to the players. Did we actually bring a grab sled?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Right, we've got another distraction right there.
We.
if we need it.
Where did everybody go?
Uh, Does this mean I'm going to make it to engineering before anyone else, so I can try and do a fix?
Possibly. Who do I not have? Got most, but not all. Who did I not get? I don't have you two. So you may find some of your characters doubled up when I bring in the new map because I can't see everybody. Oh no, there you are. It takes you a while, but you turn a corner, essentially get to a room, shut yourselves in as the sound of the creature, whatever it is, disappears off. Gives some of you time to disconnect your EV suits in order to power down and make yourselves a little freer to move about, but that does mean that your light sources are now lessened. And for a brief, horrible moment, all of the remaining suit lights flicker and then go out, leaving everybody in utter darkness. A few moments silently pass by before you feel you've actually given the creature the slip. And then those who do have EV suits find the suit lights flicker back on, though to a lesser degree than they were before. And so tentatively you step back out into the corridor to find it mostly clear. Tavish has found that she's had to mute the chiming of her engineering tricorder because the EMD's personality program has managed to find the little alert ding and is using it to signal his displeasure. But other than that, you have a small way to go in order to get down to the engineering section, which eventually you do. And so, you find yourselves in the small engineering section of the ship. But when you get there, to your surprise, what you actually find is, if I can get this to work, let me make a You move around and you find that the area is mostly completely black. So there are very few lights that you have available to yourselves at the moment. Considering that you can see the core control panels here, it means that the main core itself must be by here. That is when Dr. Sott... Dr. Sott? Where is Dr. Sott? No, I'm going to say Gerkow, actually, compared to where you are. Realizes that there's a figure, a semi-translucent figure, using the control panel right next to you. And when you look away and look back, she's still there. Looks like a Vulcan.
I'm trying to make contact.
So moving next to her, you essentially like wave in her face or something, at which point the Vulcan looks up from the control panel and goes, "You can see me." Now her voice sounds almost distant, but you can definitely make it out. Who are you and where did you come from? Never mind. It doesn't matter. You're here now, so that means you can help. By now, I assumed that you have an idea as to the problem this ship faces. She looks you all up and down as she realizes that she can see partially through most of you already. I need help to get the warp core back online. I need you to help me get my crew back. They're not all dead, at least I hope not. The creature has managed to get some of them already. I don't know how many. But if we can bring the warp core online, maybe we can bring the phase shifter online and we can stabilize the phase variance of the ship.
Matt?
Yeah?
Is this a historical ship?
In what respect?
As in, is this an old ship?
Yes and no. Oberth class have been in service for a long, long time, but most ships that have been in service for about 5 years or so, it's a matter of course for Starfleet to at least give a refit once every 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
So it suggests that this thing it's still an Oberth class and is therefore one of the older, more depended on scientific class vessels, but has gone through enough refits that it's not old.
Would my historical engineering come into play here?
Potentially.
With probably knowing the layout of the engineering.
Well, knowing the layout of the engineering means that you've probably got the core over here in this particular patch of shadow. Most of the control consoles are by here. And the like. But they can't do anything unless the core is actually powered up.
Would I know how to power up the core?
Well, Starfleet warp core is usually like most. Tends to be standard. You know, you've got your safety protocols to engage the coolant system to start up, and then the matter-antimatter collision process to initiate. Standard stuff.
Okay. All right. I am gonna start doing that.
Anyone going to assist?
I was gonna say somebody with a torch.
Yeah.
I suppose I could help.
Now, it does bear pointing out that a medical officer the grade of Dr. Sott would more than likely recognize that this is a microbial infection that is going on. A microorganism that is able to essentially phase itself through physical barriers is also able to latch itself onto people and does this whole phase them out of their own subspace realm. So whether or not Dr. Sott would think that this is one of those occasions where the potential spread of the microorganism is a priority compared to saving the people who have been infected and finding a way to reverse it, I leave entirely up to you to decide.
I think we should try and save them.
Noble. Everybody agree with that?
Already on the ship, might as well.
Yep.
Okay. Alright then. It's time to get started trying to get power back online. Dr. Tassan would like... She's there going, I'd really like to help, but... And she illustrates her point by trying to put her hand on the console. She's near and it goes through. I'd like to help, very much I would, but I'm finding it difficult to actually physically interface with these systems. So...
We've got this.
The core should be over here. But you're going to need somebody with a light source to come with you. That's everybody, Mark.
Well, they don't want to step outside the light.
Well...
Where is Tavish?
I'm here.
More directions. Ah, thank you. There we go.
So there's the initial front of the warp core itself. So that's a wall that you just walked through, but considering that you're partially phasing at the moment, it does make a certain degree of sense. That's it, yeah. Trasa's walking around. Trasa can't go any further than there. Gerkow is unfortunately finding she is phasing through most walls at this point.
Oh dear.
So, we are looking to get the core started back up. Okay. Which means we are now making this an extended task. Let's see. So we need to restore power and then bring that containment field online, which is going to be that kind of job with, well, you don't know how much time you've got, so let's... You've got power, no power, making it rather difficult, so I'll go with that for the moment. Alright. I am also going to introduce down. So, whoever wants to try and restore power and bring the phase containment online can give me reason and engineering.
Okie dokie.
Well, pardon me, reason engineering or reason and science.
Okay, I'll assist and roll one die. Whee.
Power systems, there's a focus.
Sure. Warp core as well. 3 successes was not enough. You find that your partially phased nature sometimes means that when you grab something to move it, your hand goes right through it. 3.
Okay. Can we try again?
You can try again, it's an extended task. Actually,
Okay.
Can
both have
Gerkow-
got extended task-related talents, so I would consult
We
those
do
as well.
indeed.
I didn't know it was an extended task.
You do now. What were you going to say, Connie?
Can Gerkow even assist if she's the most phasiest?
Well, you could try.
I think Hopkins would help out by giving Tavish a determination.
Okay.
To commanding
Boink.
officer. Which, ironically, because I'm spending a determination because of veteran, I get a roll.
See if you can get it back. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Which I
roll
forgot last.
Roll a d20. It has to be underneath your control rating.
Which is 8.
Yep. You rolled a 1. So yes, you do.
So, Tavish gets a determination, which I get to keep. Which means, because I spent the determination in a way, I just
You
got a
can use
point again.
executive officer to try and get it back.
Yeah, I
Because
used
you've already got it back.
Yeah, I used veteran.
I'm gonna use the star cross.
Okay.
Nope. Delete. Oh, I can't. Yeah. Boom. Get rid of that.
I'm using Miracle Worker,
Right.
which increases the impact by
Yep.
1
By 1.
by spending 1 momentum instead of 2.
Okay.
A star cross to double my
Focus range. Yep. Okay.
focus range. Let me have a look.
Gerkow can assist if she wants to,
Hmm.
or she can interrogate the Vulcan as to what might have gone on here. Or
Okay,
you can think of some other way of getting out of this.
I'm
Or anything else
also
you think.
going to use Chief Engineer. Not at the moment, but I want to use it in case I can, if got enough momentum for me to re-roll a d20 if
Okay.
needed.
You've also got a bonus determination if you're rolling that as well.
Yes, you do have a bonus determination.
I might as well. What? So am I? So I'm rolling a dedicated focus, aren't I?
So you're rolling 1 dice with focus and dedicated focus and determination. Yes.
Yeah, the determination
So
is from
tick
Captain.
tick all the boxes and stuff.
Tick all the boxes.
Uh,
Make it 1 dice.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I'm going to steal a momentum, so I'm rolling 2 dice. I've got in the nick of time, so whenever I succeed at an engineering task that's an extended task, increases impact by 1.
So potentially
repair-
increase the impact by 2. Yeah. Okay.
Repair team leader can spend 2 momentum if successful to restore a breach or a problem. And then Starcross to double my focus range. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Pew.
Meanwhile, what are Sott, Trasa,
Oh
and
my
Gerkow
good
doing?
lord, Legion of Honor. That's
I was
Legion of
trying
Honor.
to give
Good.
the determination to Tavish. She's basically like supervising, and it's like,
Okay.
the sooner you get this done, the sooner you can head back to the combs. I know you're missing your engineering room.
Hold on. Let me roll this first. The complication's still 1, isn't it? Yeah.
Complication is still 1 at this point. Yes. Wasn't bad at all.
Right. Is it okay to use my chief engineer and spend a momentum so we can re-roll that 20, please?
All right.
From Phlesc.
So, reduce the opportunity cost of engineering teams by 1 to win. Further, when you attempt a task to perform repairs to a starship or attempt to push the ship's capabilities. Okay. You may spend 1 momentum to re-roll. So spend the momentum.
Okay.
You can re-roll that
Phlesc?
20. Yes. Because it says re-roll our d20, doesn't say re-roll your d20, so that Phlesc gets to re-roll that 20. Yes.
Right. There's the momentum
Okie
spend.
dokie. Same ticks as before, but just the 1 dice.
Darn, I was gonna have
That's
a lot of fun.
better.
So that is actually 6 successes in total.
I can, if you
Go for
want,
both
I
of
can I can use Miracle Worker to do the impact by 1.
Which also includes Phlesk's one to increase the impact by 1, but only if you spend 1 momentum rather than 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Which you do, which brings us up to, yeah, you guys go a great way towards replugging the core back in. Nice, great amount of work done.
Engineering team on top. Yo.
2. What was Sott and Gerkow doing during all of this?
I think Gerkow will talk to the Dr. Tassan.
Okay. She gives you a rather hurried rundown. They were here to investigate what was going on in the nebula with its strange energy signatures. What they were interested to find was that there were actual microbial life forms in the nebula itself, with the ability to phase shift between different subspace layers. Being scientists, they took a sample from the nebula's gas and found that these microorganisms were there, somehow feeding on the energy being emitted by the nebula. The strange energy signature of the nebula that the ship had been sent here to investigate. So they put it in a containment field using the phase field generator to create an environment whereby they could actually scan the microorganism. Because the microorganism itself was phasing in and out, they had to find a way of keeping it in this subspace realm in order to run scans on it. What they found was that the field generator and even the sensor scans that they were using to examine this life form, it seemed to feed off of the energy and stuff, so the colony began to replicate itself quite rapidly, such that a larger containment vessel was needed. An actual physical containment vessel was needed to contain the sample. And just as they think they were getting somewhere with subjecting the microorganisms to various different energy waves to see how it would react, that was when a surge of energy came from somewhere deep within the nebula itself in a wave that washed over the Lenoir and interacted with all of its power systems. The majority of the systems suffered a power surge, and from what Dr. Tassan here understands, she believes that the surge interacted with the own energy signature of the containment field and the energy that they were pouring into the organism to see what it fed on. It all came together and interacted in a way that they really were not expecting. The containment field disintegrated along with the physical containment, and it seemed to provoke this interaction of different elements and energies all seemed to provoke some kind of transformation in the main colony of microorganisms they had assembled inside of the containment unit. And it became this strange macro conglomeration of the organism, which then started feeding on energy and became bigger and bigger, and it was shedding micro versions of itself as it was going, which meant that crew members were now being infected by the microorganisms and themselves starting to phase shift. To their horror, they discovered that the colony creature was able to effect even more of a phase shift when they were in its presence, as well as the energy it was giving off and absorbing was interfering with systems around the place, which was causing power conduits to blow or lose energy entirely. Systems failed in its presence. And actual crew members were able to be phased out of reality so that they could be drawn into the subspace layer that the creature itself inhabited. What has happened to those crew members who were drawn out of this subspace layer into what other subspace layer the colony creature inhabits, she doesn't know. All she knows is that it seems to be hunting them. one at a time, drawing them into this other subspace realm, and they haven't been seen again. There's only a smattering of crew left, she believes, on the ship, including herself, and now you guys are infected as well. So, if the warp core can be brought back online, which it is close to being so, and the phase generator's containment field can be expanded to cover the entire ship, then you may be able to rephase shift the remaining crew to bring them back to this subspace realm, or at least center them in this subspace realm, and maybe even push the creature back out to wherever it came from originally. And so, with our countdown clock down to 2, it seems Team Engineering needs to go again, because the warp core is slowly coming back online. Now the containment field needs to be brought back, and then altered so that it covers the entire ship.
If I lead, I've got another star cross.
Okay.
So
You lead.
done.
I'm gonna take a momentum so I can roll 2. Though.
Okay.
That's all right. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Crack on.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
Is the captain once again doing the thing of allocating somebody else her determination? Excellent.
The time's gonna be for Phlesc. Let's see
This
if I
one's gonna
get
be
it back.
Phlesc, okay. Do you get it back? Oh, you lucky thing. You're rolling very well now.
So I'm ticking all the boxes. I'm rolling one
One
dice.
less dice.
So I'd have to steal all the momentum to roll 2 dice on top of the determination. Yes, sod it. I'll do that unless someone says no.
3, 2, 1. No one's saying no.
Oh. There we go. So only one
Right, I'm gonna roll
star
mine now.
cross.
Okay.
I am still putting in Miracle Worker and Chief Engineer.
Of course.
Okay. If you're doing that, because it's you spend 1 momentum to increase impact by 1. If I use the Starfleet Medal of Honor, if we succeed, you get 2 bonus momentum.
Oh, right. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. 3 successes from the Tavish.
In the nick of time is still
Yep.
active. Cool. So rolling dice, and it's engineering. Pew.
That was a really good roll. 6 on top of 3 gives us 9, which gives you 5 momentum back to the pool.
Okay, spending a momentum to
Increase impact by 1.
No. You're not spending it from the pool. You've got 2
Taking it
bonus
from-
momentum.
Yeah.
Oh, so
So you can do
yeah.
2 impact plus mine is 3 additional impact.
All right, I will do that then.
All right. Somewhere nearby, tendrils start to reach through the bulkhead as it seems the creature is done with whatever distraction you created and is coming back, drawn towards either the core or yourselves.
Can I shout to them about getting the grav sled ready and ready to turn it on and keep it away from the warp core?
Interesting. Hit it with a grav sled. Or push the grav sled to it so that it gets distracted by the power. Okay.
Yeah, that was
So, yeah. If
Hopkins is
Phlesc and
almost
Tavish
dead.
are doing this
Yeah, to get it
last
up
bit,
to the head
which
with
is
the power.
reconfiguring the phase field generator to encompass the entire ship, what is everybody else doing? Because now you have company.
Can I reconfigure the phaser to phase shift as well, so I can
Alright.
shoot the macrocosm?
I will ask that you spend a momentum to do that, because that's quite a complicated job, and if you still want to use the phaser, you're essentially going to be taking a momentum to make 2 major actions.
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as folks are alright for you to do that, I hear no complaints.
Go for it.
So, I'm going to need you to give me a... Daring and science to alter the phase of the phase variance of the phaser, which, as the name implies, a phaser already has a phase shift built into it. No real foci, unless you were going to recommend me something there.
A god focus that might boost the likelihood, considering.
Okay.
I'm holding the phaser while I was...
While shifting?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Okay. Let's go. Right.
So you're not sure about the phase variance. You're still going to try shooting at it?
Yes.
Alright, so take up a point of momentum in order to do a second major action. Ready, aim, fire. Daring and security.
Mm.
2 successes, which means you got exactly what you needed. So, a phaser is a type 2. It does 4 compared to this. Alright, so as the name implies, the phaser does something. So you see the beam go out and hit this mass, and the phaser energy just spreads through it, and for a moment you think you manage to make out something of its form. You think you see feeder tendrils, a long snake-like body perhaps, but it's also got so many filament feeders trailing off of it that some of them might be attached to a more central mass that might be its main nervous system. You don't know, you can't tell. There almost seems to be a central maw, like mouth thing somewhere in it, but the whole thing is so amorphous and difficult to nail down in any definitive definition that you just cannot see. You don't know if it's your brain trying to make sense of shapes where there is no sense. Nevertheless, the phaser has less effect on the creature than you would have hoped, and it's not stopping. It's coming through. So, unless somebody else wants to try doing something to stop it, Team Engineering are going to have to do something, and soon. Because the core is now starting to fluctuate from proximity alone.
Can I push the grav sled at it?
Push the grav sled at it, sure.
And while I was distracted, attempt to hit it with the bat lift.
Which means you are going to have to get close. So travel through darkness to get to its close proximity. So you are going to be at something of a disadvantage because you can't really see much.
It's fine. It is fine.
Do you have a phase-shifting batleth?
No, she does not. It is a hunk of metal. Finely crafted hunk of metal, but it is a hunk of metal nonetheless. I am...
If it lasts long enough for you to continue,
also going to ask Captain Trasa to spend a point of momentum because you are essentially making 2 minor actions. 1 to push the grav sled, 2 to actually move. And then you're going to do a major action to actually attack. Go for it. Daring and security.
Daring security. I'm going to choose never back down as my determination.
Okay. Roll to see if you get it back.
I doubt I have. Yep, okay.
You lose it this time.
So, focus for hand-to-hand fighting, right?
Sure. Hand to
then
feed a
terminate.
tendril, but sure.
And then roll.
3. Which means you get over 2, you get on it. Okay, so a batleth is a physical weapon. It does that much, and it has got something happens. The captain's batleth passes through, and you see like the massive, almost bioluminescent feeder tendrils that makes out the majority of this thing's overall shape. Arts like a cloud as you pass your batleth through it. What effect that had, if anything, you really don't know. But it's still very much here, and you're now surrounded by a sea of swirling tendrils which are trying to latch onto you. But anyone else, like Dr. Sott, going to try anything before Team Engineering get on the case?
Not sure what I can do at the moment. I'm willing to hold off.
Okay. All right, then Phlesc and Tavish. Time is against you here. Can you pull one more miracle?
Yes. Yes. Okay, let's stack this up. I'll take the lead again. In the nick of time. I have another Medal of Honor. Use. So that will give the bonus momentum for Tavish's thing. Let's just going through everything. My last star cross.
Okay. Dave, is Tavish doing the same thing essentially?
Yes.
Okay.
As last time.
Same as last time.
I will have to, because I'm helping again. Yes.
Yeah, seems so.
Okay. I'll use the momentum then and roll 2.
Fine, very good.
If you haven't got your star cross, if you save that momentum, I can roll the additional 2 by spending 3, and they both get double focus range.
We'll add that back on then.
Okay. Do it.
There we go. So, performing task. Oh my god. Dealing with a warp core. I don't have my notes open. I've definitely done this before.
Sure.
This
is you now trying to... You've done the warp core. The warp core's reactivated. You then reactivated the phase containment field. You're now trying to spread it to the air, to the entire ship. One success from Tavish.
There is a tool for every problem from when we did the containment box for the mycelial network.
That is a callback to another episode.
Yep. So I've got the notes somewhere, but I've not looked. So I'm just going through everything to spend my momentum at the same time. So I started with 2, drops down to 1, but then I'm going to buy 2 by draining that pool. This should help. It didn't do as much as I'd hoped.
Whoa. 6, which means 2 come back. That is a success.
We can spend the 2 bonus plus those 2 momentum to get 4 impact, plus mine is an extra 5 impact to get this done.
Boom. As the power surges through the phase field generator, there is a moment where you all feel momentarily heavier than you were before. So the translucent effect on yourselves, as soon as the phase field generator expands to include to cover the entire ship, you all feel more solid as your own weight comes back to you. And likewise, Dr. Tassan comes fully into realization herself. Meanwhile, especially from the captain's perspective, the creature itself, the colony creature, for a moment emits this long, multi-throated, trilling sound as it starts to lose its coherency until eventually it seems to vanish entirely, leaving nothing but dead silence. Here and thereabouts, you can hear the sound of people coming to, as crew members that you didn't realize were scattered around first the end of this particular deck pick themselves up from where they had fallen. Dr. Tasan, in a rare move from a Vulcan, actually hugs Gerkow because she's the closest one. Thanks her profusely. The lights are slow to come back on in the Lenoir as the ship itself has still suffered damage to most of its power core. But with the phase field holding the phase variance of everybody, for the moment, it seems you are safe. This gives Dr. Sott and the medical team aboard the Lenoir a chance to inoculate everyone against the microorganisms infection, which itself is phasing out of this existence, and therefore you can eliminate whatever physical traces from this subspace realm remain of it in order to ensure that no complications happen. However, what you are keenly aware of is that you have not gotten rid of this microorganism, you have merely sent it back home. And considering that the creature or the organism itself appeared to, according to Dr. Tasan, possess the ability to shift itself between subspace realms, doesn't necessarily mean that they are forever gone. And so, everybody is encouraged to retreat back onto the shuttle in waves, are sent back to the combs, whereupon the crew of the Lenoir can be quarantined by Dr. Sott and his medical team. The EMD can eventually be re-uploaded back into the Combs' medical systems and hologram systems in order to actually have a semi-physical presence on board the ship, while its mobile emitter will have to be repaired. What happens now as a result of what occurred here on the Lenoir? Well, it's up to you to advise Starfleet. What would you advise
luckily,
Starfleet?
we have a weapons specialist for developing high-end weapons that could develop some kind of countermeasure that we can use against this thing should it ever reappear.
Dineth is not sure she could find something that would deal with such an unusual creature, but she can certainly give it a go.
Working with Dr. Sott, who identified it as a microbial organism. Essentially, it's an anti-biological weapon?
So the opposite of what she used to work on for the Klingon government. Gotcha. So, nonetheless, it is with no small amount of relief that you find yourselves back on the fully lit combs, able to get a clean bill of health from Dr. Sott. But of course, like I've said, this isn't the end of the microorganism or its macro counterpart. You merely sent them back home. And now that it's gotten a taste for you, well, who's to say? But until that time, we have now reached the end of this episode. And so, I hope that was a sufficiently, at least vaguely, Halloween-worthy episode.
That was good.
Silliness and shenanigans
It
notwithstanding.
really
If
called
you-
back to the USS Glenn during the Star Trek Discovery incident.
Even if
I
we
was getting
can't get rid of it.
Go on.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, even if we can't get rid of it, if we somehow point it at the Borg, it seems like a very good anti-Borg creature.
Pointed at the Borg. Chris, what were you
Goes
saying?
for, yeah.
Oh, just that, like, the premise of that was cool. It had sort of shades of, that episode where Geordie and, what's her name, Ensign Rose phased out.
Yeah.
And then that one from TOS with the original Defiant where Kirk's completely out of phase and spooky like a ghost.
That may be where the original creator got the inspiration from, yes. But I haven't
Casually
yet-
flexing my Star Trek knowledge.
Oh, yeah, dude. By all means, you are in the right place to do so.
The funny part, as the crew gets back, they just see Tiny in the Exo's chair and Ziggy in the ops area.
I'm sure Lieutenant Zonvigor would have been an adequate commanding presence. Except apparently Tiny wasn't feeling like he was going to be cooperative today, apparently, so we shall see.
No.
Yeah. But Tiny just he likes the Exo's chair.
Well, unless anybody's got anything to add to that, then I will definitely thank my players for being great, as per usual, and for letting me string them along with that particular story for spooky season. Thanks to the one or two people who actually dropped in to have a look. Once again, I apologise for the false advertising as far as Twitch was concerned. This was not a Pathfinder game, this was Star Trek. Really. And yeah, it's funny to think that was our third Halloween episode. Wow. How time has flown. In the meantime,
Oh,
yes,
it's like I know.
Someone about to
time's
reminisce.
flown. Yeah, I started
Pop
when I was
music.
back when I was in Korea.
yeah, yep, we've been here this
that was
long.
fun.
Speaking of which,
So-
thank you very much to everyone who's been watching, and I think we'll call it a day there for you folks, so thank you very much for paying attention. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you're watching this on YouTube later, then, consider maybe giving us a like if you want to. It doesn't make much difference to the algorithm these days, so I'm led to believe, so entirely up to you. But nevertheless, thanks to everyone who took part, and I will ask you to do like the Vulcans do, which in this case is to actually thank profusely the person who saved you. Even if you are without emotions, or you control your emotions, saying thank you with a big hug. Often underestimated as far as its value is concerned. But also, live long and prosper, and we will speak to you when we speak to you next in about probably 2 weeks' time. Until then, look after yourselves, folks. Hailing frequencies closed.